In 1987, we got the third entry in the Nightmare on Elm Street series, Dream Warriors, and it's one of my favourites, one that I seen a hell of a lot when I was younger. I had the VHS for it, and I wore it out. I thought it was incredible. You can see it is the epitome of what a Nightmare on Elm Street film should be. Directed by Chuck Russell, who was going to do such great things like The Blob or The Mask, or even The Scorpion King. He is a man who knew how to create a really interesting film, and he does so here.
Back in the saddle again.
After being plagued by the horrific nightmares of Freddy Krueger, Kirsten Parker is committed to a psychiatric hospital where she meets teens hunted by the same dream demon. Turns out that Nancy is back here as a specialist in dream or sleep disorders, and she is, of course, a survivor of the original Elm Street series, and the group discovers that they can harness their power together within the dream world and fight back against Freddy. It is wonderful. This is a kind of peak Nightmare on Elm Street that kind of encapsulates everything I think of when I think of the series.
Oh my God.
It has a Freddy who is a little bit fun, but still threatening and deadly. It is a group of characters that have backstories, that have fleshed out moments that make them more than just cannon fodder for Freddy. It has some wonderful special effects. You really see the budget has come up here, and it happens in many moments throughout the film. And it's just, for me, probably the most rounded Nightmare in Elm Street film.
His name is Freddy Krueger. He was a child murderer before he died.
I like the idea of Nancy in this one. She returns. It's a kind of full circle moment, from victim to mentor, helping these kids through their trauma, and as someone who has suffered through it, believes in them. So it really turns that trope in its head. A group of kids saying one thing, nobody believing them, but here we have somebody that's going to help them through it. When I said about the special effects, they really come to the forefront in some of the more spectacular moments in the film. There are several moments that have become pop culture phenomenons, just the lines that are delivered here, like this one.
Fuck the prime time, bitch!
It just stands out. It's incredible, but it's also the effects here. One of the kills that haunted me as a child was the marionette. The idea of that, the way the actor sells it, and just the whole thought, is just horrifying. I think the psychic ward setting is something that's really interesting as well. As we jump into the story, we have a shorthand. It doesn't need to spoon feed us everything that's going on. We instantly introduced to our main kid, Kirsten, who is having a problem with her dreams. She is put to this hospital where she meets other teens already in these processes. They are galvanised together. They're a little crew, a little family, and they are wanting to fight back against this demon. And I think it's really well handled, as you get a flavour of all the kids. Now, they may not be in depth, but you now have a clear understanding of who they are and where they fit within this world. And another idea that's brought into this is the Dungeons and Dragons. It's not as prevalent as the other movies, but in the early 80s, Dungeons and Dragons was something that eked its way into a lot of movies, and it was never really handled well. Here, it adds into the sort of make-believe idea of the game master and things like that in the end of the film. Freddy definitely hits his stride. He's still threatening and terrifying, but he's being a little bit playful with it. One of the moments when he is fighting with one of the women and he's using her addiction against her, the little arms, mouth things are just horrifying. That idea was something that really terrified me. And you can see that the film is really hitting its stride here. It has this backstory that it's bringing into the forefront, really fleshing out the world and creating a grander idea of what Freddy was, giving him a story of his beginnings, adding that supernatural spin back into the series. And then you get the Ray Harryhausen kind of skeleton fight at the end, which always brings a smile to my face because it's just fun. This is peak Nightmare on Elm Street for me. It's a sequel that enhances the mythology, it deepens the emotional core with our character of Nancy and with her father, it delivers on creative and terrifying visuals, and the new 4K restores the dreamlike intensity. It's vivid, it's immersive, and it's faithful to the way I remember it. It's both a nostalgic trip and a technical marvel, an ultimate way to revisit Freddy's most imaginative nightmare. For a movie that I knew so well, it was a revelation going back to it in 4K. I'm loving this. I'm just binging my way through a Nightmare on Elm Street movies and I'm loving every single one of it. For me, I think Part 3 is my favourite. It's definitely the one that I think I've seen the most. It's definitely the one that has the most connection with myself. But yeah, it's a series where there's no clear winner. There's a couple that you could pick. I'd love to know your thoughts on A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, so let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box, or links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.